Okay guys, I've shot this like 6 times, and this is a really tough subject to cover because it can go so deep. There's so many layers of it. But if you want to grow your business, sooner or later you're going to have to delegate something, whether it's the service call, the installation, or the phones, or firing somebody or hiring somebody. Whatever the case, you're going to have to delegate something. And so my main message that I want to get across is that, number one, you may not find somebody. I hope that you do have that perfect coworker that has joined your organization, that you hired, that actually really takes ownership in everything. But just because some of them don't, doesn't mean that they're the wrong people in your business. It just means that they just want a job. And that was a hard thing for me to swallow, is that some people just want a job. They don't want extra responsibility. They don't want... They're not going to go above and beyond. They're going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Hopefully do it right. You know, that's where you got to separate the good ones from the bad ones. But as long as they're trying and they're learning and they're getting the jobs done the way you want them done, there's not a whole lot more you can ask from them. Some people, as you hire more people, will be driven, and they'll want more, and they'll take more ownership, and they'll treat it like it's their company. But there's going to be a good portion of people that do not. And that's a really tough thing to understand, and a really tough thing to swallow, because we're entrepreneurs. Because we started a business, we're an entrepreneur. So I wanted to get that out. That's a really tough thing, but I want you to understand that. Number 2 thing I want you to understand is that they're gonna make mistakes. Just accept it. It's okay. You're not gonna lose all your customers. The wheels aren't gonna fall off your business because you send somebody who you trust and who you believe can handle the job. The wheels will not fall off because you send them to the job. So stop thinking that that's what's going to happen. You're going to lose all these customers and playing this out in your head how the whole thing will come crashing down. That's not what's going to happen. Now, if you just kept sending them out and you weren't monitoring, managing, coaching, training, getting feedback from customers, then yeah, the wheels can fall off. So you have to stay on top of that stuff. But you got to trust me. Will they make mistakes? Yes. And that's okay. You're not going to lose your customer over it 9 times out of 10. If you do, over some petty little thing, then they're not your customers anyways. So get used to that. I also want to say that there's going to be certain people that you feel obligated to take care of, and they're going to call you out on that obligation. They're going to say, no matter who you send, they're going to say, he's just not you. You know, they're going to say that. They're going to say, you know, I appreciate it. I could just tell he's just not quite as knowledgeable as you. Do not give in to that. Do not give in to that. These are your options. Now, I can understand if you're still working in and out of the business and you can jump back in the field for a little bit and be okay. I mean, I get it because I did it for several years. But I'm trying to help you not have to take so long to get where you need to go. And you got to stop doing that for particular customers. If they're constantly coming at you with, well, he's just not you. Well, I'm sorry, is there, you know, I've got another guy. I'm going to send him next time, and let's see if he's not a better fit for you. He's a great guy. You know, talk him up, whoever your other guy is. But chances are, you're not going to make him happy. And that's okay. They can call somebody else. There's plenty of fish in the sea. That's just something that we constantly worry about because we love our customers so much. If our customers only knew what they meant to us, if they only knew how much we worry about them, how much we care about them and love them, if they only knew. But I want you also to come to a realization too. They may love you back. But if it's 110 degrees and you're 4 days out because you're on vacation or you're stuck on a job or something, they don't love you enough to wait on you. They'll even buy a maintenance agreement from your competitor. And that's okay. Now, I'm not asking you or telling you that it's okay to just let customers go all the time. We got to fight for our customers. But every so often, you're just going to lose people. You may be losing people after watching the first couple videos and you raised your rates, and that's okay. We cannot appeal to every single person out there. And some of your current client base, as you continue to grow and change and add new people and raise your rates and change the way you do invoicing and change the way you do estimate, even though they've been working with you for several years, you're going to find people that they just don't like that. And trust me, they'll leave you. They'll leave you, and that's okay. It's okay. Because what will happen is you're going to start, when it comes to the pricing thing, hopefully you've raised your rates already. Like right off the bat, raise your rates. You deserve it. You deserve more money. And what happens when you raise those rates, you're going to lose some customers. And that's okay. Because what you'll find is you're going to start attracting better customers. The customers who don't take up all your time on the phone or complain, or every time they call they say it's doing the same thing it's doing last time you were here when it's been 8 months since you've been there. You'll stop getting those people. Those people go away when you keep raising your rates. You get better and better customers. You just have to trust me on this. You have to keep going after them. Don't stop going after them, and get started on the marketing section, so you can start learning some marketing pieces. At least, even if you don't have the money to a big marketing budget, we've got to at least start getting some stuff out there. So learn that and go through that. But there's a lot of things, and each time you get uncomfortable with it, I understand it's uncomfortable to send Bob out to Mrs. Smith because you love Mrs. Smith and she's stuck with you. She took the leap of faith and joined with your company when you left your old company. And we appreciate that and love that, but that doesn't mean that we're going to let Mrs. Smith stifle our growth and stifle our ability to get more for ourselves when we deserve more for ourselves. And we're still going to take great care of Mrs. Smith. That's the thing that we need to get over, is we're still going to take great care of her. It's just not going to be you personally. And that's why this is so hard. I want you to watch this video over and over and over and over again until you feel comfortable letting go of a few things. It's okay that it's not you on everything. The wheels will not fall off the business as long as you still have your finger on the pulse and you know what's going on. And eventually you'll have some processes in place. You'll make sure that people are following the processes, and you've set the standard. So if that standard doesn't get met, it'll show up. It always does. And then you have to course correct and coach, train, manage to get it back on track. But in order for us to ever grow the business, we've got to delegate and we've got to be okay with it. And it's a hard thing. I get it. It's a really hard thing. But it takes courage. You're also getting uncomfortable by having to tell Mrs. Smith that it can't be you. It takes courage. And it also, eventually you'll start getting comfortable. It's going to feel real uncomfortable for a while. But sooner or later, you do it enough times, you're going to start to get comfortable with it. And that's good. That's good. You just grew to another level. You just raised the ceiling. So get used to delegation. More and more so as you grow and grow, and you can And if your ultimate goal is to have the business run without you so you can take a nice family vacation, we got to get more and more used to letting go of some things and letting people handle it. If you don't do this, you won't get the vacations. You won't, you'll wind up, it's possible you'll wind up divorced because you're never home, because you do everything instead of letting go of some things. So I know I covered so much in this video, so much, but if you got to watch it over and over and over again to get this into your head, which I understand it's a tough thing to deal with, but it's absolutely a necessity. We have to learn to delegate. As you grow the business, what I was going to say earlier, as you grow the business, every single thing that you decide to do within the company, the next question is going to be, who can take this task? Who can do this? Because it's not you. It's the people that you pay very good money to operate your business. So I hope this helped. I hope this kind of wrapped up delegation. You've got a little bit, a couple tools. You got to download a tool to help you figure this out. And I hope this video helped you get past the mindset of it. So you got to delegate. That is going to be an owner's one of the top jobs of an owner is to delegate. I know it may not feel like it now if you're wearing all the hats. It doesn't feel like it, but sooner or later, as the company grows and you get better and better at this, you're going to find that it's the only way. It's the only way you can grow. So I feel like this was a great talk. I hope you took something out of it. Let's move on.